I have made some improvements since yesterday. Let's see the effects before the Stadvik battle. I don't even change anything. And remember that I could barely defeat this player yesterday, but today things are a bit different. A bit. Or a lot. Okay, quite a few things happened, including the fixing of the roster bug, which made me realize that I had bad roster. So that was one. Another thing that where I am quite hopeful is that this is the strongest player of the whole team. I think he's doing better than me in general, in many aspects. He's just a bit more lazy, slightly more lazy, not as disciplined. That's the only drawback. And I couldn't challenge him in the past at all, but today I haven't even moved my units to properly face him. And you see that we're now in the game. I'm not saying I'm beating him, I'm quite far from beating him, but it's getting closer and closer. Now, another interesting battle that is gonna happen tonight is the Battle of the Gods. Here I'm facing this very strong player. What I did was I adjusted my formation so that I have a chance. I checked out what his formation was last time, and he won the second and the third battles. I checked out which of his teams I want to avoid, and it's a good question. So there are two ways of beating a player like this. One of the ways is that I keep basically this team, but here the issue is that there is the mermaid right here. And the mermaid heals better than my team, so this means that I would need to strengthen my Wyvern team to face his Wyvern team. I don't want to do this. I think I'm still weaker for this. So what I did instead is that I checked out which of these teams are stronger, the first or the third one, and I adjusted my game such that I'm gonna face his first team with my Wyvern team, and I'm gonna face his third team with my weaker strong team. And I might even adjust my formation a bit, because here is the Wyvern team. Fine, I'm dealing some damage with these units, and unfortunately I don't have more units to use. And I have significant defense as well. This is fine. I could use Altered Awakening, I could use a lot of things as well. Which actually could make sense as well. Regarding the third team, this is my third team, it's full castle. So this is also an option. Now what I'm gonna do is I strengthen my third team with a new adjutant. I haven't had an option to use this adjutant. I leveled him up to 4 stars today, unless I have a time slot or a slot for the first team, and yes, indeed I do. So I'm gonna give it another adjutant, and I'll check out if I can do anything to improve this formation further, and for that I will need to study the opponent's formation. So we're gonna go back and check out the first battle. Unfortunately I don't have it in recording. I cannot remember what happened back in the days, and I cannot replay it anymore. Too bad, and it's too late. I have no idea how these 6 units are used, and for this reason I cannot prepare for like having just 2 defenders and not 3 defenders. So my objective in this battle is that my Wyvern lives for as long as possible, because that's my main damage dealer, period. These opponents don't really have damage dealers that are gonna last, and they are not gonna heal. So this means that even though they have Cough Synergy, it's not gonna last. We might go back to the group game and check out if we can replay anything. Where is he? So, am I blind or? Yeah, here it is. So I was blinded by the fact that it's like not here. Now, let me attempt to at least play this because I'm looking for this. He's not varying his units. I am varying my units. That's the main difference between the two of us. And unfortunately, I cannot replay any of these. You see, he keeps on using his usual formation. He's not adjusting his formation. Anyway, we will figure it out. Hopefully, this is how I maximize my chances. And I'm obviously also buffed as much as possible. I purchased 6 buffs out of 8. Maybe I'll purchase 2 more. Intelligence and knowledge, does it matter? Does it matter much? Good question. Anyway, it doesn't hurt. So now I got all the buffs that are available. So what did I do to strengthen myself so much? First of all, in the roster, the error that happened yesterday got fixed. And this made me realize that I was behind in terms of roster, so it was not optimal, so I optimized things a bit. And since then, I also added some roster rules or whatever these are. So maybe I could optimize it even more or strengthen it. And you see that here are the units now. These are correct. So neutral unit is the neutral unit. R, SR, SSR and so on are the ones that are needed. Commander is the adjudicator. Champion is the sister. And then I also strengthened my order union. And I could strengthen it even further in the future. Now, this is fine. This made a huge difference because it turned out that somehow my 15 to 20k, or what is it, 150 to 200k difference when I was still in 3rd place was mainly due to the roster. Now we were even. And then the 5k advantage that I got, so 674 to 669, actually this is 50, what is it? 50,000 advantage. The 50,000 advantage came from the fact that I went all in here and I spent on adjutant to go up to level 20. So it was level 10 before, now it's level 20. I don't have many spell scrolls left, but I could at least do that. I did it in a bad order because what I should have done in practice was that afterwards, once I figured out that my yoke got to 4 stars, I should have unlocked his adjutant to level 10, thereby increasing defense by 20. I'm gonna do this quite soon. This is gonna be one of my next attempts, but I need spell scrolls, especially that I need 200 spell scrolls a day for Sunday because of the missions from Sunday to Wednesday. Remember, discipline, very important. Otherwise, I'll have to spend either diamonds or something else. It's not gonna be too hard because I can get spell scrolls here, and maybe I will need to ensure that I visit this store whenever it's refreshed and purchase the spell scrolls multiple times a day. This is important to level up. Now let's go to Stedwick and let's figure out where we are right now. Right now, ranking wise, to get 1st place, I'm not saying it's hopeless, it's gonna be hard. We're in 3rd before the 1st attempt, but remember we had 1 more attempt. So we will spend the 2 attempts right now. I won't make any changes at the moment because we need this unit, and the adjutant is gonna help with damage reduction or damage or something. Now let's see if the units survive. We'll need to make sure that all the units survive. That's the most important thing. And then with these 3 minutes shrunk into 1.5 minutes because it's 2x speed, I think. We'll see if the damage dealing increased or not. We're better off than yesterday, even with the same team. Winry will be surprised when he tries to attack me again. Maybe he'll win anyway, but that win is gonna be short-lived. And I think we're now in a good position. In a really good position. It doesn't mean that we won't face challenges because my opponents are really strong and they can get advantages later. For example, by unlocking Hero Queen Captain, I'm falling way behind. but we'll put up a fight either way and we'll reduce our disadvantage through the equalizer mechanics, because right now everyone is at level 90, we're chilling there, we're collecting units, and the more commanders and champions I can level up and collect as well, the better off I'll be. While many other opponents of mine have already collected all their commanders and champions that they are using in these formations, and this means that there is no real room for them to level up. So 5 billion, 5.1 billion is the end result. Please vote. Very good. So our rank is second, and let's see the ranking. Yeah, we're gonna take first place, but barely. And the issue is that even though we're gonna take first place, I think we're gonna lose first place tomorrow. But it doesn't mean that we shouldn't take first place. So let's go and deal our 5.1 billion damage again. This is the boring part of the video because you have to go through all the attack again. And by the way, our mana. My mana well is now at level 17. I spent 300 diamonds on a casting crystal to improve it. So this means that there is gonna be a spell point difference once again with respect to what the opponent can do when it comes to fighting real opponents. This will one day neutralize even Selokan's spells, because he just won't be able to afford to cast that many spells because I'm decreasing their mana regeneration while increasing my own. This is one other thing that is worth doing. I think I'm way ahead of everyone else, except for Mr. P, maybe, who purchased an artifact with dollars or euros or whatever currency. So I'm way ahead of everyone else in terms of artifacts. So this means that I have an advanced infrastructure that I can use against real world opponents. And we'll see how the evening battle is gonna unfold. I'm aiming for the final, but if I won't get to the final, then I'll finish second. And I'll do everything I possibly can to prepare. Unfortunately, I prepared too early, so maybe my opponent will prepare as well, and then we'll have a fun battle. Everything will depend on the first battle. The opponent just doesn't know it. Okay, we took the expected first place and the 100 diamonds, we collected all the resources, everything else, 56% progress. This means that this is gonna go on for approximately 2 more days. And we've collected everything, except for the last hero that we'll collect after the siege is over. And that was Stadwick for today.